Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. We back. We got technical difficulties, but we made it back in this thing. I got my
Yes,
brother
Lord.
Big Mel on the line. We're gonna wait a couple of
Mm-hmm.
minutes, just to kind of get everybody back in the room. We appreciate everybody coming back in here. Share this, please. Share this, because we got a lot of good information with my good friend Big Mel on the line today. So y'all
Yes,
share.
sir.
Um, I want to start back over because I don't feel like I gave this man his proper introduction due to the technical difficulties. But this is a young man that has been really out here. And when I tell you, taking the Southern Soul, and not only Southern Soul, but the soul music genre by storm, uh, it's almost like he came out of nowhere, but he didn't. That's the one thing about it. People think, hey, it must be easy, just come out of nowhere. But a lot of hard work went into his journey. We'll talk a little bit about that. But this young man is a singer, songwriter, producer, uh, entertainer. Uh, he's a cigar connoisseur. He's
Mm-hmm.
he's all of those things. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to introduce to some and reintroduce to others the man I call one of my closest friends, my big brother, Big Mel. Welcome to the program, Mel.
What's going on with you? Yay! What's going
I
on, baby?
can't call it, baby. I can't call it, man. So we had a little rocky start, but that's why we try to get
Mm-hmm.
in early enough to figure things out. And I just want to
Right.
apologize again to all of the public out there because they still with us. I see the numbers running up. They still
Okay.
chiming in, so we're good. We're good over there. We see
Okay.
everything. I had to ask the boss over there, well, we good.
Mm-hmm.
She said we
Right.
good, so we can get
Okay.
into it, man. So first of
Let's
all,
talk.
thank you for coming on to the program, man. I know you're busy,
Mm-hmm.
and coming on here means a lot to me. Let's start where I always start with everybody. Give the people on here a little information about where you from, Mel. Where did this journey start for
Well, I'm from a little town called Newton, Mississippi. Um, like a lot of Southern Soul artists, I come out the church. You know, I went to a church in Meridian. Walker Chapman had me Zion under the leadership of the late great Michael Chapman. Um, I was in a group with my brothers. My late brother Calvin Nettles and my brother Kevin Nettles. We went by the Nettle brothers. So I come from a singing family, so singing has always been a part of me. You know, but I come from where you all come from. I mean, I'm here, man. I'm doing what I love, and I'm here. I'm loving it, man.
you? So, like a lot of artists, and we see this a lot of times, man. Coming out of church, learning that discipline in the church. A lot of people don't realize, man, that's a training ground. That's a training
Yeah.
ground, a battleground. Even
Hmm.
though it's church, you can be competitive. You know, when you're talking about
That it can be.
singing and preaching and doing all kinds of things. Was did you find that the church kind of molded you for what you're doing now in the Southern Soul
Most
world?
definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely, man. My mama kept us in church. When I say kept us in church, I mean kept us in church. Up until she passed. She passed when I was 12, but I still live by um a lot of those principles that she put in me. You know what I'm saying? Um, well, I live by what she instilled in me at a young age. For us on the Southern Soul journey. And that's if you're gonna do something, do it all the way. You know, um, man, how can I put it? I really, yeah, it definitely helped make who I am today, man. I'm not gonna lie, it did, man. A lot of my songs come off as churchy to people, you know. There's nothing I'm doing on purpose. It's just me, you know.
It's just,
Um,
and the thing about it with
it's a
me, with the
part of me.
songs that you have, man, they, I don't really get the churchy. I just get the sincerity in the music.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest
Yeah.
things for me being an artist, and especially when I put on my producer's hat, is having believable records. That's the
Hmm.
big thing to me. You hear me say that all the time. Is this particular artist believable in what they're saying? No matter what they're saying, it doesn't matter. You know, is this particular artist believable?
Yeah.
Do they wear that crown well, and I think you weighed
Right.
it very well. Uh,
I appreciate
you know, just the journey that we've had. Tell me a little bit, because we'll talk a little bit about like where you and I met, but where did you kind of go from church? Did you go strictly from singing in church to doing music? Was there a period of time you were doing a regular 9 to 5? And what was the,
it.
did anything
Hmm.
pull you one way or the other? Were you out here, working at the bubblegum factory and always wanted to sing? Or, what was your messing with you, right? So
I know it. I know it. I'm just playing along. I'm going along. But yeah,
but yeah,
well,
man,
I can say,
talk.
okay. Of course, like I said, I started in the church singing with my brothers. Um, as I got old, after my mama passed, I went into like R&B. My brother Calvin, my late brother Calvin, he introduced me into the music thing altogether. Him and a group I was a part of called the Young Ones. We had a label around the area where I was from. It was called JBC, and they wanted that label. I never really did just have a chance to grow with them because I was so young. And but my brother Calvin, like I said, he introduced me into the music. Started me to writing my own music and kind of showing me, how to structure everything, how to structure a song. You know what I'm saying? So as I got a little older, I joined a group called the 503 Boys. They out of Decatur, Mississippi, up the road, and that's it was me, young guy. Y'all know me, young guy now. Um,
Really?
Damien, yeah, yeah, Damien. I mean, me and Guy been doing this music thing together since I was like 18. So
Wow.
yeah, me, young guy, Dame, and J Kid, we was all under the leadership of Big Mike. So that's when I really started to take it serious, because I seen we was, trying to, move, making little moves here and there. It was nothing that was just major, but in the area, we were known in that area. Um, so kind of, as I got a little older, I distanced out from the music. I met my wife, and but I always had that love for it. So we're not gonna don't forget that I always had love for music. I always was singing. If I go to church and they asked me to sing at church, I would sing at church. Or if I was out somewhere and somebody wanted me to sing, I would always sing. So like I said, singing has always been a part of me. So I'm no stranger to that at all. But as far as just coming into the Southern Soul thing, my brother Calvin, my late brother Calvin, bought me a song that was called Catfishing by Arthur Young. And I grew up on soul music. I grew up on the Johnny Taylor and the Marvin Ceases and all that. I grew up on that. My mama and them would listen to that. And I love that music because it just makes you feel good. And I love listening to soul music. So my brother bought me the song called Catfishing. He was like, listen to this Tune. That's my nickname, Tune. A lot of y'all don't know that. But don't nobody call me Tune when you see me out there in public now.
Tone. Is that what it
Don't do
is?
that.
Tone.
Don't. No.
You
It's
said
nope.
tone.
You're too late.
Was it tone?
Nope. Too late.
Tone. Okay, I got you. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, if you call me Tune, y'all, this is every day. This man get on my nerve, but we're gonna keep it professional. Uh, so he bought me this song called Catfishing by Arthur Young. And we were sitting on his porch one day. And he liked the song so much, he was like, man, I was singing, man, my little brother can do this, but I'm married and I'm like, man, I ain't got time to live no dreams no more. I got responsibilities now. So
Right.
he ended up passing in 2021, if I'm 2021. And he ended up passing. And that stuck with me, you know. That stuck with me tough, man, because he was one of my big motivators with the music. Um, so I just King George had just came out. He had just really, blew up then where everybody just knew it. And so I was
Right.
like, I was listening to it and I said, well, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And I posted a status on Facebook. I'm gonna try this, Southern Soul thing. I would always dib and dab into the R&B and put a little something on Facebook or, sing live or something like that. But I was like, let me try this Southern Soul thing. And I made Ain't Got Time. That was my first song, Ain't Got Time. And to this day, it's still my biggest song. You know, people that's what they know me for. Ain't Got Time. And I did it, man, and it hit quick. I mean, quick. It's to the point where sometimes I still don't believe it. You know, and it went from there. And I've been on it ever since, man. I done dropped an album, an EP, on top of other singles, and man, I'm getting ready to release another two more singles. March 15th, I'm getting ready to drop two singles. So I love it, man. I'm serious about it. I take it serious. I'm serious about the craft. You know what I'm saying? I
Yes.
just love it, man. I'm here, and I'm here to stay. I ain't going
And
nowhere.
I know that to be the truth, because of course you and I, we talk all the time, and I'm always talking
Hmm.
about, you being in the studio, and the work ethic. And a lot of people don't understand, it's that work
Hmm.
ethic that makes it happen. There is no magic button that you hit and it just
Exactly.
pops for you. You
Exactly.
have to get in,
Exactly.
you have to put in the time. I get a lot of calls from a lot of, aspiring artists, and they're always like, hey, can you help me? Can you help me? And a lot of people are looking for a lot of help. And there is help
Hmm.
out there, but the biggest help is
Hmm.
you helping yourself. Like you
That's
said,
it.
you found the strength through your brother Calvin, and
Hmm.
everybody has that motivator. Maybe they get on your butt
Hmm.
all the time, but whatever way that they
Hmm.
motivate you, maybe they show you things. Like you say, Calvin brought you
Hmm.
catfish from Arthur, and that was just
Hmm.
something that sparked it. So, shout out to you for keeping his legacy going through the music that you're
Hmm.
making, because I know he's looking down saying, I told you. I knew
Yeah.
you could do it.
Most definitely.
And that's,
Most definitely.
where I feel like a lot of the blessings, because people don't believe talent is one thing, but God is everything else.
Yes,
You
sir.
have to
Yes,
have
sir.
that thumbs up from God to do this, because it's a billion people in this world that would want to be
Hmm.
successfully doing the stuff that we're doing you know,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
for God to give the grace for it to be you that says something
Hmm.
about what
Yeah.
you're doing. So, shout out
Yeah.
goes to you for really putting that time. And I know you put in the time. This ain't nothing I heard or read. I know you
Hmm.
personally.
Yeah.
I know, hey man, I'm
Hmm.
in the studio. What do you think about this? Here's another one. Here's
Yeah.
this. Here's
Hmm.
that. And we're gonna talk a little bit
Hmm.
about some of the newer stuff, but let's go back to go forward. When you talk
Okay.
about Ain't Got Time. And this thing is
Hmm.
doing millions of streams right now.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
know, what was it about that record? You got several records, but what was it about that record you feel that just kind of, landed right there with the audience and just took off like it did?
I feel like in today's time, man, it couldn't have came at a more perfect time because this generation of women are strong, are
Yeah,
very independent, and they know what they want. You can't play with women like you used to. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't change. It doesn't change, and a woman quick to tell you, I ain't got time. I ain't got time to put up with you. You know what I'm saying? I come from
that's right.
I'm around strong women all the time that just ain't going for it. So that was just the inspiration behind that song. Okay, I want to make something that's dedicated to the strong woman, you know, of the strong women of today's society, man. So it couldn't have came at a better time. It couldn't have came at a better time, and they love it. So yeah,
They do.
that was it.
They do.
Yeah.
We've done several shows together, and when it comes
Hmm.
time for that, that's that one song that they're gonna put their hands in the air, they're gonna put their cups in the
Hmm.
air, and they gonna
Hmm.
sing it word for word. Cause they
For
ain't got
word,
time.
yeah,
I done did
yeah.
this. I done been with this particular person. I've been in this particular situation on my job, and I'm just
Hmm.
done with anything foolish. And I think that is one, if not one of the most important women anthems
Hmm.
of 2023, 2024, because that song is constantly
Hmm.
gaining momentum, constantly finding
Hmm.
bigger and broader audiences. I'm hearing
Yeah.
it on, you know, major urban AC, which is adult contemporary radio stations. It's
Hmm.
just a record that is
Hmm.
growing and growing and growing. And that's just
Yeah.
like the one that started it all. That ain't it.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-mm.
that ain't it. So Talk about some of the other records that you had that has really resonated with your listening audience.
My next record, my next fan favorite, I would say, is that "Drink My Liquor." Drink My Liquor, man, and that record, man.
Matter of fact, I
When I did
will.
that
Thank you,
record,
sir.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna take it with you. So, that "Drink My Liquor," man. That song, I wrote that song. Like I said, I was in a dark place in my life. Like I said, after already being through so much, you know, and when I say going through so much, I mean actually going through so much, from losing, my mama, and then the next year losing my brother, and then losing my daddy, and then now, doing whatever, when I went through what I went through when I was a child, which I don't really care to speak about, but and then losing somebody who was there with me, and we experienced the same hurt as children together, lose him the way I lost him. So I was in a dark, dark place in my life, man. And music has always been a way to vent for me, you know. So soul music comes from the soul. So
There
that
you go.
song came from deep, deep, deep in my soul, man. And uh, I go back to when me and Arthur sit down and we talk a lot, and he always tell me, your pain was your purpose, you know. So a lot of times, I sit around and I get down about, what I've been through, but then I go back to, he said, man, your pain was your purpose. So I know that's the reason I'm here, to tell, because somebody out there needs, been through the same thing or going through something, and my music is just what they need to hear, to let them know it's not over, you know, it's not over. So that song there, yeah, that was one of them ones that came from deep within. I didn't think it was gonna do what it did actually, and that ended up being my next biggest record. Drink My Liquor.
And the thing, and the thing about it, and that came from, and I've got the picture up on the screen right now. That came from the old soul album.
Old
So
Soul out. Yep.
yeah, and I'm looking at the discography. The Drink My Liquor is actually the last song on
Yep.
the album. A
Hmm.
lot of times, was that intentional? That you want people to go through the entire album and then kind of
It,
discover that it's just a mollywop to them?
no, honestly, yeah, that song was never even supposed to make that album. It was never supposed to make that album, because for some reason I just couldn't. I couldn't. I finished it, but I couldn't. I couldn't. I was stuck in a place like, do people really want to hear that? You know, like, don't nobody want to
Right.
hear that. That's what I was feeling. Nobody want to hear my life story. But like I said, you never know what somebody else going through that needs that. And man, it was actually the last song that that I added to the playlist. It was between that and another song that I had did. Um, and I just, so you know what, whether they want to hear it or not, I'm gonna give it to them. Because I want them to know a little bit about what I done been through. What I
And
go through on a
and
daily basis. Better yet.
and that happens a lot, man. And a lot of times those last minute songs, I hear that time and time again from major artists, that this song wasn't supposed to make the album. This was a throwaway song, and it ended up being one of the biggest songs on that album, and sometimes of that artist's career. So it makes a lot of sense. And that's, once again, that's just one of them things that God put on us and say, "But no, I'm going to put this out," because, like you say, you had some
Yeah.
apprehensions. It's such a deep song,
Yeah.
coming on the set. You didn't maybe know if people really wanted to go that deep with you, but to
Right.
say it, your pain is your purpose, brother. So I think that
Yeah.
played out well. Uh,
Yeah.
Now let's talk a little bit about the touring, the shows, and what can people expect when it comes to a big male performance.
Well, the tour now, we're on the we're on the Back to Soul tour. That's the EP I just dropped. And it's doing pretty good, man. It's in the top. I think it's in the top 50 on Apple Music. In the top 50. I think it's up to like a top 200, but I know it's in the top 50 on Apple Music. When you book me for a show, man, just be prepared to get a soulful show. I mean, I'm gonna give you it. When I leave there, my voice is burnt out. I'm gonna sing hard to you. I'm gonna engage with you. I mean, it's just love. I want people to feel comfortable with me. I'm not one of them types where, hey, back up off me, get back. Now, if it gets a little too out of hand, then of course. But man, I
Ain't
like to
nobody
engage
coming
with,
up
with,
on
with my
you,
fans.
man.
First of
Ain't
all, let me
nobody
tell you
coming.
something. Let me tell you something. They coming up. They coming up on the boy. Ooh, I ain't got on the pink now. Look at that.
Hey, ooh.
Ooh. Hey, somebody told me, I said, boy, you can put it on. I said, well, I
Well,
be.
and there you go. There you go.
There it is,
And
and there it is
let me tell
again.
you, let me tell you something, Mel. Ever since we ran into each other doing like I think Arthur's first annual trail ride down in where were we at?
Was it
Right outside
Summit?
of Macomb. Summit. Right outside of Summit.
Summit,
And
yeah.
in Summit.
No,
And
Liberty,
Liberty.
Liberty,
Liberty,
yeah.
Liberty, Liberty. You're right.
Liberty.
So so the first time I saw you, man, I was just like, wow, this guy uh is a great entertainer. But what I like the most, and I always tell people this, and artists, please understand this. I like the man more than I like the music. Me and Mel
Mm,
instantly kicked it off, not knowing each other. If
hmm
you, we like two twin brothers. We don't, it's always us talking, know us to each other, but it's nothing but love.
hmm
And that's what I
That's
see
it.
this man giving to this audience. Whoever he's in front of,
Hmm
he's super
hmm
approachable, super willing to, talk and that's why I feel that your success is on such an arch right now. It's some people they kind of come in, and some people plateau out. But I see your arch as being because you are a people's person, and I think that
Yeah, no doubt.
that has more to do with success than anything else. Because long after they don't like the music, they'll like the man, and you can
Man, yep,
always go out
facts.
and get in front of some people. And I think you're doing a tremendous job doing that. I think the music you're producing is tremendous. Now I do want to talk a little bit because I'm seeing recently, and you told me Saturday. Now that's all I'm seeing across my social media sites. Uh,
Yeah,
the new line dance song. I won't say it's a line
on
dance
your
song,
feet,
but the new song
on
that
your feet.
has this great line dance that goes with it. Let's say it like that.
Yeah,
So talk a little
yeah.
bit about that because I can't let you get off here without telling the people that big boys get down too. You understand me?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I do. Especially when these knees feeling good. When these knees feeling when these knees feeling good, I get in there. Now on your feet, I want to because my music is so soulful. I wanted to give people something that they can get up and dance to. Other than, I mean, you can get up there, ain't got time, and you can dance. I have another song called "Say DJ." But I wanted to give today's Southern Soul trail ride. The trail ride is a big thing in it right now. It's a big thing. So I wanted to give people something to dance to. I wanted to let them know that I can do more than just make you cry. I can make you dance too. You know, I
And
can
let
do
me tell
more
you
than make you
something.
cry.
Let me tell you something. You being modest. First of all, we're gonna say the actual name of the song off your ass
And on your feet.
and on your feet.
Hmm
From the name alone, why you don't want to dance? Somebody, come on, y'all. Somebody, let's talk about it. When you hear
Yeah,
somebody say off your ass and on your
and
feet
on your feet. Hmm
and on your feet, I mean,
Yeah.
just from the name, and this is what I attribute to you as being a songwriter. You just know how to hit those pressure points. Cause when you were telling me about it, I'm
hmm
like, okay, we were in the middle of doing stuff and talking about something. I'm like, okay, yeah. But once I saw it, once I
hmm
heard it, and that's a blessing that the music makes people believers. Not that I didn't
Yeah.
believe you,
hmm
but when I saw it, I was like, wow, this guy has major, a major hit. So, like I say, just DJs are gonna have a ball for one saying
hmm
it, and for two trying not to say it if they're on the radio and
Trying
stuff.
not.
So either way it
Yeah.
goes,
Yeah.
it's gonna be, I think this is destined to be in the top of the charts. Man, I appreciate everything that you do. Um, Before we get out of
Appreciate
here,
it.
Mill, is there anything, any closing remarks, anything you want to tell people, especially telling people how they can contact you for booking? So share. Any closing remarks or and that pertinent information with the audience?
Well, for bookings, you can go on any of my social media pages. I don't know the numbers by heart. I'm not gonna tell you I do because I don't. But you can go on my social media platforms. On Facebook, it's Melvin Big Mel Nettles with the verified check markers. There's a lot of fake pages out there, man. I had to post some today. If it's not that verified check mark on my fans page, which is Big Mel, that's not me. It's not me. So if you go to my page, on my fan page, you can follow me at Big Mel 601. That's Facebook at Big Mel 601. My fan page will pop up. It has my booking information. You can follow me on all other social media platforms at Big Mel 601. What else you asking? What else you asking? That jack kicking in. The jack kicking in.
Hey,
It,
Jack will do it. Jack will jack you
Jack will
up.
do it.
They'll
Do you
do it
hear
every
me?
time. The thing is anything that you would want the audience and the upcoming artists to know from what's been your journey from the things that you've seen.
My biggest thing is let them talk. I'm gonna
Come
say it.
on, man.
Let them talk
Come on, say something,
because man,
son.
it's so much. It's so much jealousy and it's so much hate in this. Let me tell you, I came in the Southern Soul, and I'm gonna say it since we on. I came in the Southern Soul, and I thought this was a more mature audience. That's what I thought. It was a more mature audience. It was more love. It is love in it. Don't get me wrong. There's so much love in it, but with love comes a lot of hate. Comes a lot of jealousy. Because a lot of people feel like you can be from the same state they from, or right around the corner from where they from, or they feel like just because they done met you before, they feel like they're entitled to be able to do things with you or say things to you. And once you show them this is a business, this is a business. It's nothing personal. It's a business. A lot of people don't like that, and a lot of people don't like the way people like you, the way people respond to you. A lot of people don't like that. So man, just let them talk. Like I said in one of my songs I got coming out called "Let Them Talk." Long as my phone keep on ringing and my cash app keep on dinging, I'm doing my thing. Do you hear me? I'm doing my
So let them
thing, man. I
talk.
just thank God. Let them talk, man. It ain't nothing but a blessing, man. They say if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So, man,
You
I
ain't
thank
popping.
God for my haters, man. So, just do you, man. Keep it original, and if just do you. Don't let what nobody say. Don't let it stop you, man. Just keep going. Keep going.
Absolutely. This man is going to be in the building, all the way in the building,
Mm-hmm.
March the 2nd, for the biggest trail ride concert situation to hit the
Mm-hmm.
southeastern region. It's the big ride.
Mm-hmm.
This
Yep.
man is doing the thing, and I definitely want you all to get there. The show is going to start at 6 p.m. sharp. So make
Mm-hmm.
sure you're there. If you're out there listening, make sure
Mm-hmm.
you get there in enough time because the traffic is going to be bananas. So make sure you get
Yep.
there. But if you want to see what we're talking about and experience the situation that is known as Big Mel, please come out. If you haven't seen him, you are definitely in for a treat. This young man,
Mm-hmm.
like I say, he is a producer, a writer, an engineer because he records himself, an
Mm-hmm.
artist, a performer. He's the real deal, and he's also somebody I'm
Mm-hmm.
proud to call one of my friends, and he's a country king. Mel, I appreciate you so much for
Mm-hmm.
coming on the show tonight, man. Much love to you.
Appreciate you
You
for
know
having
I
me,
don't
bro.
like you,
Nothing but love.
but I love
I
you.
don't like you
You know how
neither,
that
but I
go.
love you. That's it.
I know. I can't stand you, but I love you.
I ain't
Thank you,
lying.
brother, for coming on the show,
Man,
man.
appreciate you
God
having me,
bless
man.
you.
Yes, sir.
All
Same to
right,
you.
big brother. Till the next
Yes,
time.
sir.
All right, everybody. That was my good friend, the one that I don't like. So if you ever hear me talking about the guy that I don't like, I'm always talking about him. I don't like him because I love him because I think he's a super talented cat. He does his thing, and this ain't a lot I can say about this young guy. So we're gonna switch gears right here. Definitely don't forget this Saturday we are going to Prentice, Mississippi, down to the Big Ride. Now, another young man, and these are people that I know, and I just really wanted you all to experience uh, the human behind the music. This young man I met in Arkansas. He's from Louisiana. I'm from Mississippi. In some weird way, we met in Arkansas. and we became fast brothers. Now, this is another young artist that is a producer, musician. I want to talk a little bit about some of the things, some of his musical talents. He's a performer. He's an artist. Uh, the total package, and he's a really, really decent guy. And I'm proud to call him one of my brothers. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to bring him onto the stage. This is my good friend, S. Dot, big brother. Can you hear me? We can't hear you, Dot. Make sure your phone is off mute. He's gonna check back in with us, y'all. So y'all bear with us. Let me see where we are. We can see you, but we can't hear you. We're gonna let him check back in with us, y'all. But yeah, this is our second guest of the evening, S. Dot. So while he's checking back in, we'll logging back into the program. Just want to remind everybody, get there early. The line's going to be around the building. We are opening up the campgrounds uh, Friday for those that have campers and things. So let's bring S. Dot back on and see can we get.
What's up? You got
All right,
something?
there we go, big
Hey
brother.
man, they say you had me on mute, man. What you trying to pull
Man,
here?
like you ain't want to talk to me, man. What's going
Man,
on,
I feel like you trying to pull something already. Now you know that ain't for me and you now.
man, you know it's way better than that. But man,
It's
y'all,
love, man.
let me tell you about this cat right here. When it comes to being a true, genuine person, man, this is one of the guys I hang a lot on. Um, S. Dot, I just want to thank you for coming on to the program to talk to the people, man. Thank you, big brother.
Man, for sure. Thank you for having me, man. You know, it's always a good time, man. Every time we link up, bro, we always into something, bro. So I'm glad
Yeah,
to be here, man.
this is my acting bad, brother. I gotta admit it.
Oh, damn, you done
Whenever we
told
touch,
on us, man.
hey, whenever we touch, I gotta tell it because when they see it, they gonna know it. So you
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
So this
yeah,
is my
you're right.
acting bad, brother. We get out and have a lot of fun. So starting back from how I introduce all the guests. Dad, where
Mhm.
you from?
Man, I'm from Lawtell, Louisiana, man. About 35, 45 minutes from Lafayette would be the next biggest city that y'all would know. So Lawtell,
Okay,
Louisiana, man.
okay. So would it be safe that all your, was your beginning musical insight came from that
Mhm.
Louisiana? Was Zydeco a big influence on you coming in?
Yeah, most definitely, man. You know, I was in a band with Leon Chavis for over 10 years. I played the rub boy. Actually, I started playing the drums for a little while. I used to play drums. And then, I got on the rub board with Leon, and I would rock with Leon for 10 years.
For 10 years.
10 years, bro. I've been doing this for probably over 10 years. I'm being modest, but 10 plus for sure.
And that's what a lot of people think because of the success of certain artists. They think it just happened overnight.
No,
They think,
man.
somebody went to the
I
studio and
put
jumped
my
up.
time in and moving speakers and riding in the van and being the second person, which is not bad. We all got we all have our story. You know what I'm saying? We all on our own personal journey. For me, I just always look forward to bettering myself, no matter what situation I'm in. So, I stayed faithful to Leon for many years, man. And then when my blessing came, it came.
And that's the thing that I really want to dive into because being a part of somebody else's organization, and a lot of us have that same story. We were part of somebody else's dream. We
Hmm.
added, we put bricks on their walls.
Right.
Um, and when it came time for you to do your thing, How did that happen? Paint us a picture, because for those of you all that don't know, let me set this up the right way. This man is Mr. Still trending, probably will forever be trending,
Yeah,
uh,
thank God.
because of the music he had. He has one of the biggest records, and I'm not just talking about Southern Soul, Zydeco. Let the people know the name of the record. I don't want to take the thunder. What is the name of that thing that really started it for you?
Yeah, yeah, slow wine, man. That's been my biggest. Every time I talk about that, I tell people, I make the joke and say, man, that's a sensitive subject. Because a lot of people don't know, I actually wrote the song in 2017.
Wow.
Yeah, and it ain't went
20,
viral. It went viral in 2020.
so you're talking about a record that was at least 3 years old.
Man, well over 3 years old, man. I then wrote the song. It had done been out, just pushing it, staying consistent, man. But I believe in the law of attraction, man, and I just had big hopes and dreams, and I seen big things happening for that song, honestly. And as big as it is now, I didn't see it as big as it is now, but I always felt that it was a good track. But to
Yeah.
say that it's doing what it's doing is like unimaginable, man. I'm thankful.
And I know it because I discovered it actually through TikTok.
Right.
And a lot of times people think TikTok is easy, but there is so much competition on
Uh,
that platform.
yeah.
So much
Yeah.
competition. So you're on a platform where everything is viral or potentially viral. And for
Hmm.
you to get that kind of, blessing, because
Yeah.
it's a blessing. Because like you say, you knew it was great,
Hmm.
but when it really starts happening, I know that can probably be, like surreal to
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
person.
Yeah. And the difference is, man, the song and the dance and how the whole thing just took place was built off of pureness. It actually happened. Like I had this debate, not debate, discussion. Slow wine, in my own opinion, brought country line dancing to TikTok to the world because it happened in the midst of COVID, right? So
Hmm.
if you go back and think, what line dances, as far as country line dances, almost any line dance, were people doing on TikTok at the time? They was doing a little silly dance. The kids rub on their stomach and rub on their head, and those dances were popping. But as far as country TikTok, the fellas really just introduced that to the world, man. And that was before people got to paying people to do their dances, or paying these influencers to I don't know how deep we finna get. I don't know if you want to have a
Hey,
Shannon Sharp conversation,
this is the
but you my brother,
conversation.
so I keep it how I keep it. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
this is
saying?
the conversation. People need to know this. This is the
And
conversation.
well, you're right. It's a lot that happened that people don't know, like a whole bunch, and you know that as an artist yourself. And just humble as I try to be, I don't speak on a lot, but it is what it is at the end of the day. And like I said, the guys took it upon themselves to do that, and they blessed me, and they, any way I can, I bless them, and it just happened off of pureness. Like nobody was reaching out to people, paying DJs to do these charts, all that good stuff they be doing. But the blessing is I'm still here, man. It's still relevant. Like people didn't drop 4-5 to my one.
Yeah.
Which I have 4 songs with over 200,000 views, streams, Apple Music, all of that, not to mention, just because people quick to say, well, that's the only song, or that's the biggest song, but, I
Yeah.
got a couple, man. And you probably forgot me and you got a track. I've been waiting 3 years for you to, we got a bad one in
A
in in the
bad one.
stash that's relevant
That's
right now.
right.
So,
So,
yeah.
well, the thing about it, keeping stuff, and that's the thing, and this is something that this have this conversation since we're talking about a lot of new artists and a lot of artists in general. I'll say a lot of artists in general don't understand not stepping on a record. If you
Mhm.
got a record that is consistently doing this, You don't introduce a lot of things to take it off of it. You want to make sure that record goes as far as that record can go. And
Man,
with the
ride the wave, man.
and with a record that strong, I mean, you're talking about it's got to be in the top 10 of trending things on these social sites. And that's
Hmm.
saying a lot
Right,
because
right.
there's millions of things out there that's
Absolutely.
trending and relevant. But this song, a young lady, I want to say I was in Port Gibson. I always remember like where I first see things. I think I was in Port Gibson, Mississippi, and they were trying to do a show. No, I'll go further than that. Crystal Shorter, which just celebrated her birthday this Saturday.
Shout out my
She
girl Crystal, man.
Crystal was telling me about this guy, S. Dot. He has this amazing song, and I'm like, S. Dot, okay. So she sent me the record. So I'm like, okay, the record was just slapping from the beginning. So I was sold from the record. But then I started doing my due diligence and research and just looking into the impact of the record socially. And I was like, damn,
Yeah.
this record is everywhere. And man, you really can't go to anybody's. And I would say within the entire trail riding community, you can't go to a trail ride anywhere and not
Mhm.
hear that record.
Right,
That's
right.
strong.
Appreciate it, bro. And you know what's so crazy about that? I'm still going places that where people haven't heard it before. Like I went to Oklahoma to do a show a couple of months ago, and they was kicking themselves like, man, we never heard this song before. So that's important. Like you say, the artists, as artists and being creative, we always get ahead of ourselves sometimes. Even myself, like, it take for me to scroll TikTok to see my song still trending for me to be like, all right, calm down. You don't need 5 albums right now. Because I actually got about 25 tracks that's just, ready to go right now. And in the vote. And I scroll and I still, it's you the first person I shared this with. I'll share this with. I don't have a official slow wine video yet. And reason being is, like I said, that's a sensitive subject. And I got some big things that's brewing up right now. So,
Yeah.
if you can read between the lines, I'm not gonna even overstep that. I'm gonna pray about it and let the timing be the timing, the right timing.
And that's so important. And like I said, I've been in this music business going on 28 years. And timing is everything. Because us as artists, sometimes we are our worst problem. We
Mm-hmm.
get in our own way. Because most time if we go in the studio, we want to hear, we want to put it out, we want to do things instead of doing the business. Because if I was doing it from a business perspective, a lot of times I wouldn't do it from that same artist perspective. So
Right.
it's good from the business standpoint that you recognize what you have. You put in the time to develop it. Like I say, if you're still going, first of all, who goes to Oklahoma? So
Yeah.
with you even being in Oklahoma is a
Yeah.
testament
Get
to
it
the
right.
scope
Right.
of the record.
Yeah,
Shout out to
man.
Oklahoma.
Shout out to Oklahoma, man. I'm
Shout out to
I'm going
Oklahoma.
back. So but actually, Cupid put me on that, bro. He was like, "Hey, man, ride that out, man. Like you as artists, like we want to get ahead and keep pushing. He like, you got something. Stay on it. Don't get off it. Like squeeze every drop out of it that you can get. And I'm just trying to stay mindful of that, man. Honestly.
And that's the beautiful thing, man. Because I know coming in with you coming in to the big ride this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, when I tell you it's highly anticipated, my inboxes, the official sites,
Shout out to my
everybody.
inbox, man. Mississippi in my inbox. This is going down this weekend. I promise you.
See, that's the thing. His inbox looks a little bit different than my inbox. Mine is talking business talk. I don't know
Don't do
what your
don't
inbox
do
is.
that, man. You don't know what my inbox looking like. Don't do that, no.
Hey, anytime somebody say shout out to my inbox, the
I'm just
inbox
hit.
is
Hey, man, I appreciate the people that appreciate me.
There
Don't
you
take
go.
it where it ain't. You know, I got to text you when we hang up. No, but how they
Hey,
say that? Next question.
I'm telling you, they are excited because in some areas, like you said, this is their first. They know the record. Oh, they are ready,
Mhm.
but they haven't laid eyes on it. And I think that's so important for you to come into these areas. That this is not a big market. It's a very big show, but the
Mhm.
market is not big. You got
Mhm.
all of these people, thousands of people that are going to come out this Saturday, but it's not in one of these metropolitan areas, not in one of these areas that have these big radio stations and things of that nature. So these, to me, are our day ones. These are our real, true followers, our real, true,
Absolutely.
participants, and they tend to follow us all over. I've got people. Just before we got on the line, I've got people from Beaumont, Texas, coming out, uh, Auburn, Alabama,
Mhm.
Pensacola, Florida. So you're talking about 6 hour radiuses.
You got Shreveport. I got a couple people from Shreveport pulling up. So
You know,
it's definitely gonna be one of them events, man. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be one of those things. And one of the main reasons is because of the caliber of artists that have agreed to come in and share their talents with not only me, but with the growing public. So, man, I want to thank you for that side of it. Um, just talking about the journey. Now, I'm going to show a picture. I don't know if you can see these pictures.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I see 'em.
I ain't going to put you on the spot if I ain't going to put me on the spot. So, I'm going to throw both
Right.
of us in the frying pan. But this is something that we both uh, invested in as far as our time. We've got a friend of ours that came to us with a unique situation. And in all honesty, I know from my experience, it was super unique. It was super, um, it just showed me a other side of the music side. And this is a song that's doing well with this picture right here, with you in the
Yeah.
outro. You know
Shout
what I'm
out to
saying?
my boy Electro Horse, man.
Let your electro horse.
Electro Horse, yeah.
This was something that, man, we went out to Hollywood, California, and
California.
really got a chance to see how these people put these movie videos. I'm talking about movie budget videos.
Big
Uh,
time, bro. Yeah.
I'm, I mean, we got a chance to come outside of ourselves and be funny, be goofy, be just, kind of got our acting on.
Right.
And if you haven't seen it, go out and look at the Boot Scoot Boogie video. It was just us having a great time. You got to think about
Good time, man.
Let Your Horses out of Las Vegas. I'm here out of Mississippi. You're out of Louisiana. Who would have thought that those elements would have come together
Yeah.
to make
And that's
uh
right after the time me and you really just, because we just
right
start kicking it just on the jump in what it
Arkansas
was?
out
Arkansas.
there
Yeah, for
out there in
Mr.
Arkansas
Mike.
with Mr. Mike.
Yeah, man. We kicked it. You would swear we known each other 20 years, man, and when we
Yeah,
we start cutting up.
yeah.
And
We
then
just
then we went to the big show in Mississippi, right? For Mother's Day.
yep, right. Oh man,
So we was
down in
just rolling.
Lumberton.
After it seemed like after we linked up, we had 3, 4 consecutive events, with one another. And yeah, man, we locked in, bro.
Yeah, man. And like you say, every time is always a good time. And whenever you see
Always
us
a
two
good
together,
time.
we ain't out to hurt nobody. We
Nah,
want to
man.
meet everybody, talk to everybody. And
Yeah.
literally, like I say, this is the guy I get in trouble with, but good trouble. We are always out there. We're meeting everybody, getting people a chance to know who we
Right,
are as men.
right,
You know it's
right.
from the music, but it's important to us to let us know. And like I said, when we went to California, man, that was just such a unique experience. I know from my side to go into,
Yeah,
Hollywood sets, filming in these actual sound stages and
yeah.
walking down
The production, man, some cameras I had never seen before, man.
yeah,
So
you know what I'm saying,
yeah, man.
flying people in from all over the country to do this thing, and it turned out exceptionally well. This song is doing exceptionally well. I'm talking
Absolutely.
about anytime you can have 200 and 300 people in front of country music TV, or offices,
CMAs, all of that good stuff.
CMAs.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, on the other side, but that just shows the versatility like you say, of the music that we do, because this soul, this southern soul, this zydeco, this country blend is universal. And I think that's something we've tapped into
Absolutely.
collectively and individually.
Absolutely, man. It's just important because at the end of the day, man, if you look at it, it's all really the same thing. You know, we got different tempos, different melodies, few different instruments we may use, but at the end of the day, man, it's feel good music, bro. So, you know, even your music is different, man. You when I first heard your style, I didn't know what I was listening to. Country blues, country western, country rap, hip hop. You know, you do that one little thing you did at my party. I said, boy, he done took over the party. He went to Uncle Luke. So, man, you
Hey,
know, it's just about that's what it's about, man, being different, bro.
it's about being different and having fun with the audience, and that's the one thing that I know I'm appreciative of. Uh,
Absolutely.
the opportunities for one, because even when we came out to your party out in Houston, wall to wall from jump,
Yeah.
had never been in that part of Houston, and
Mhm.
the people that you deal with were so accepting to what I did.
Man,
Even
you
on one,
killed it, bro. You hey, let me tell you something. You killed it, man. I almost stopped you because I wanted you to know it was my party, not yours. But you took it to another level, man, and I appreciate you, you know, coming out and just, you know, doing your thing, bro, with no hesitation, no problems. I appreciate
no, man, we don't do it like that. Because even
it.
one of the videos, I said it to you at the time. I mean, in like 4 or 5 days, it had close to 800,000 views, and that was a video from your party.
You messed my head up with that one. You got to check on that and see where it's at now, cause yeah, you
Man,
was up there when you sent it to
yeah, I
me.
got to check. It's got to be well over a million. That
Yeah.
was just the excitement, the energy that was at this S dot situation. So I know that you're planning a lot of other situations, a lot of events.
Hmm.
Of course, from the bookings, but I know you and I have talked about doing other things and taking some stuff on the road. So if
Absolutely.
somebody was trying to book you, research you, um, what's the easiest way to do some of the stuff? Uh,
I want to say inbox, but sometimes I don't know why I keep getting on that inbox. You maybe can just call the booking number 281-826-9894. Hit up my manager. Shout out to Tamala. She always working hard. You can text, email, call her. You know, you can hit me up with a message, man. I try to reply as soon as I can. But you know how that go, man. We be off into so many other things. So the best and the fastest way will just be contact that booking line, 281-826-9894.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it right there. Now that I know, with you being in the business for a while,
Mm-hmm.
if there was some young artists that were coming, and I'm not. When I say young, I hate when people say that.
Yeah,
Everybody that's trying to get into this business is not necessarily a young artist,
right.
not necessarily a new artist, but an artist that doesn't have the exposure that maybe you've been privy to. Uh, what would be some of the things that you would suggest to them? What is some of the stuff that they could do?
Man, the first thing is have a plan, man. Have a vision. Visualize where you at, visualize where you want to be. And just believe, bro. Just believe. Be humble. Don't get on nobody's team. Don't join no posse. Cause at the end of the day, you're gonna forever be their slave. And when you stop doing what they want you to do, they gonna cut you off. You know, so just believe in yourself, man. Find one or two loyal people. Just go with it, man. Go with your vision, bro.
Now, no truer words have ever been spoken because that's kind of how I move. I don't have a company. My company is
Mhm.
just me and Miranda. Everything that you see, hear, or do, like you say,
Same here.
if you can get you one person that understands and appreciates what you're trying to do and is really invested in what you're trying to do, you can move mountains. Because that's
Absolutely.
way better than having a crew of 15 and nobody really believes in. They only believe in what you can do for them. And
Right.
like you say, once you can't do for them, then it's a lot of issues, a lot of
Right.
problems, and that's just not what you want. I want to take a break right here, Dad. I don't want you going anywhere, but I just want to shout out a lot of people that's tapping in since you've got on here since Big Mills tapping. I just want to send some shout out to these people. If you don't, sir, if you don't mind, sir.
Handle your business, man. Let's do it.
Big shout out going out to Rick Outlaw, Renee Thurman, Stanley Cook, Finesse for Show, and Harry, Sean Riggs. DJ Chill Will just did a song with Chill Will and Kai. Bernard Shea was Patrick Rodriguez. Yeah, 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 yeah. Jessica Andrews, Jalen Stevens, James Brown, or Dre, the Joker. Breeze, Do Too Much. Q Lee is in here. Drea, Ozell Landfair, one of my super homeboys from back home. Taurus Nails, a big shout out. Tanisha, Music Doll is on here. Xavier Simmons, Briggs McMillan, Darlene Tucker. Sean Rogers, another artist is going to be on here. Mr. Rogers, we just did a couple of records together. Vito Jackson, one of my mud buddies, we ride all the time. Stephanie Rose, she's coming on to talk about some advancements in multimedia marketing. She's a guru at that stuff. Contagion's on here, Paul, Shantae Nicole, Tyrone, K9, get off my line. Sherelle is on here. Charles Taylor, Yolanda Marshall, Tamala Rice, David Watkins, DJ Black. He's gonna be in the house with us with Mississippi Tailgater Saturday. So if you want something good to eat, I'm gonna point you right to him as that because he got some of the best food around. Red Top is on here. Y'all know Red Top. Y'all know what she does. DJ Big Boy John. My girl Alice Marie is on here. Alice Marie, that's somebody I want to introduce you to. She is a icon in this region. She's been on major radio. Actually, she was the first person that gave me my first job. She has been a complete support system for me for the 28 years I've been in the business. So she is definitely somebody I've got to let you know. But she's a mover and a shaker. She makes stuff happen around here. So that's definitely we're gonna shout out Stanley Cook, my homeboy. He's in Atlanta. He's constantly trying to get us over to Atlanta. So that we're gonna have to kind of sit down and go to Atlanta because Stanley says it's a big market over there, and they want to see a lot of us is coming from this side over that way a lot more. So we're gonna have to go to Atlanta. My girl, the Legacy Magazine of Mississippi is here. Tony DJ T Money, he gonna hit him with the kick.
T Money.
T Money, baby.
Hit him with the kick.
Hit him with the kick, baby.
Yeah.
And Condria Rogers. If I mess it up, charge it to my unintelligence.
Charge it to his glasses.
Look, bro. Don't start, man. Don't start.
We're gonna wait till the weekend. We're gonna
we're gonna wait till the weekend. So when you see us riding around that
I got you something too, man, on the weekend. Some slow wine, dog.
Talk about it. Tell me something about that.
Listen,
Tell
man,
me like I don't know.
It's bad, man. Slow
what
wine.
Is it, man?
Hottest wine out right now, man. 15%. Get you some of that good slow wine. We gonna sip on that. 15, man. You know I don't do nothing light. Stop playing, man. We'll get you a bottle of that for the weekend.
Man, we're gonna need a couple bottles. We gonna ride around and pull up all weekend long. That's what we gonna do.
Man. Sound good.
That's the big ride. So make sure that's something else I want you all to do. If you're out there listening, when you go to your particular wineries or liquor stores, ask for the slow wine because if enough people start asking for it, they will reach out to the company to get it in those stores.
Absolutely.
15% is way mucho grande. You know what I'm talking about? It is definitely gonna put you in there. So take a mental note. If you know the song, then you know the wine. So go in there and ask, do you have the slow wine? Believe me, I'm a person that deals with those people all the time in those stores, I won't say, but they're always looking for the new thing. So please, if you're on here and the very next time, whether you're a wine drinker or not, just go in and ask, do you have that slow wine? Let's put this on the radar. This is a
hey man, I appreciate that, my brother.
Hey, I'm good at these commercials.
I see that, man. I just the whole thing of it all, man. I might start calling you every now and then, man. Talking it up with
you. But definitely, when you go in there, you know the name of the song, you know the wine. Just go in there. Whether you do it or don't, go in there and say, you got that slow wine? No, my friend, I don't have it. I don't have it, my friend, because that's what it's going to be. My friend, I don't have it. So they'll start checking for it, and that's going to help us continue to move this needle. putting this Southern soul, putting this Zydeco, putting this pure old good music. 'Cause that's all it is. No matter what region we come from, we all share the same bug. We're putting out great music. A little bit of other information. So Miranda told me to tell y'all 3 days in a wake up. Now, like she's in somebody's army. I don't know where she gets this from. 3 days in a wake up to the big ride, March the 2nd. Prices are, people been asking about the prices. $25 a person. If you got ATVs, $5 a bike. Kids enter under 10 for free. We've got dry dock parking for RVs at $20. We have no more wet dock. All of it's been booked up. And gates, we changed the opening from 10 a.m. to 8 a.m. because there's so many people trying to get in and want to make sure we accommodate everybody and get everybody in there good. That's said he's coming in early. He said he's gonna be hanging out early. Am I lying?
I'll be there early.
He gonna be there early. So when you see us out there, we ride a little bit. We slow winding a little bit.
We chilling.
We chilling.
For sure.
So wine. I'm calling you wine. So that's a good thing. So hey,
that put it in the atmosphere, man. I'm with it.
DOTT is synonymous with slow wine, the drink, the dance, and the song. So just remember this man right here. He's a producer. He's an artist. He's a entrepreneur. He's a winemaker. Is there a word for winemaker? I'm gonna just say winemaker. The next time I come on here, I'm gonna know the proper word for
man.
it. So
we not here to just embarrass you tonight, bro. I'm a winemaker.
Okay, good. So we rolling with that. He's a winemaker. He's a damn good friend of mine, and he is also one of my country kin. Brother, I appreciate you coming on here. I know we went a little long, but we got a late start.
Yeah, y'all put commercials in my interview. I didn't know we was doing all of that, but shout out to the investors.
Bro, see, one thing about it, I know how to get you back. I'm gonna run through one of these mud holes down here sand in that thing. And I know how to
man, I ain't scared of little mud, man. Don't do that.
Y'all, this man right here is still trending. Don't forget to go check out. If you haven't followed him, it's s.dott. He's the man right now. Thank you for coming on to the program.
Appreciate
Looking forward to seeing you this weekend, brother. And hey, man, Godspeed to you. Y'all be safe on that highway coming down.
For sure, bro. Appreciate you.
All right. Thank you, Doc. Ladies and gentlemen, boy and girl, that's that boy S.Dot. Now, I've gone a little bit long tonight. Did a couple shout outs. Want to tell y'all, man, I am so thankful for y'all coming on here. Big Rob is on here. I'm going to the other. Big Rob is on here and said, S.Dot, if you're still on, he said he need that 15% slow wine. DJ Dirty is on here. Big shots out. Kadra is on here saying she cannot wait to see you Saturday. Let me see. Let me put some of these up. Let's see. And I'm just putting up some of so you all can see what's going on with it. So New York City is checking in. Man, we've got so many people that are checking in. You all are making this podcast one of the biggest and brightest ones. So I just want to thank you. We went a little bit long today. I'm sorry, but I'm right here at the hour mark for this one. Tune in next Tuesday. We've got wonderful guests. We're looking forward to seeing everybody within this area at the Big Ride this Saturday, Prentice, Mississippi, 84 Recreational Park. You see the lineup. Biggest show to hit Central Mississippi this year. Definitely this year. So thank y'all for tuning in. I'm definitely going to see all of y'all next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. God's willing. All right? Peace.